Aditi Tandon, you know, if it was just left to abuses, I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but it could still be tolerated. Like Dr. Rastogi just said, you know, women, if they want to come to politics, they better be thick-skinned. The point is, on various occasions, it goes down to physical abuse and physical assault. I have named an incident here. In the past, you and I, we've seen what happened to Miss Mayawati. She barely managed to, you know, come out alive from the assault she faced. Same thing happened to Miss Jayalalitha, another chief minister, before she became CM, what she went through. So my question here is, when we allow abuses as something, you know, which cannot be helped, oh, come on, society is misogynistic, patriarchy is always there, gaaliyan dete hain log. Don't we just become enablers in things getting worse at some point?
Yeah, I think I agree with you, Smita, in whatever you've said. I have a broad point to make. You know, when we talk of sexist culture and patriarchy, and when we talk of misogyny, it is not a technically political realm problem. It is an issue of social mindset. It's an issue of what society accepts as normal and what is it that the society continues to normalize. The kind of language that you mentioned, we saw after the CJP protests, you know, some of the content creators use that language. A lot of segments of the media and general society supported these comments. A lot of segments also criticized these comments.
Yes.
So there is a mix in the society. Now, I think normalization of sexist language, no matter against whom it is deployed, unless and until that becomes unacceptable as a social norm, I do not think we are going to be able to fight the misogynist culture. What political misogyny represents is the highest form of misogyny, Smita.
Yes.
Because the political class is believed to be the most empowered class of the country. Women political leaders are considered to be, you know, more privileged than normal women in society. So what it reflects is the general nature of the society. What happens in the political class, what happens in public spaces is the mirror of what is happening in society. And that is the reason a lot of observers, political and social observers of what is going on will tell you that we are standing on the brink of a very big challenge. Social media is bringing up all kinds of images. You're exposed to deep fakes. You're exposed to all kinds of language. There's doxing happening of girls. And, you know, one more thing that we have to remember, Smita, is that, you know, there were all kinds of languages deployed during the recent student protests against politicians and against general, you know, players in society also. However, you would imagine and agree with me that women using those kind of languages were the subject of greatest scrutiny, not the men. Men also used abuses, you know, females also used abuses. We saw a girl whose video went viral, whom Prime Minister, you just said, forgave. And then equally, there were men who deployed abuses, but nobody's talking about the male abuses. There has to be a societal change in order to break this prism of women versus men when we talk of patriarchy and misogyny. Until we become equal partners in correcting and moderating this discourse,
yes,
I don't think it's going to change.
If abuses are wrong, they should be wrong for everybody.